me drink some water on that. Hello, my chat partners. Welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Dion. Please subscribe to my channel. And to my returning chat partners, I really appreciate you guys' support. So guys, today's chat session is going to be on Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 2, Episode 8. And today's drink of choice is water. Okay guys, so let's get started with this chat session. Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 2 Episode 8 starts off with Maurice on his one-on-one, and he's talking about how he's been doing a lot of studying for the bar and he takes his test in 10 days and how he wanted to just get away and wind down. So Marissa meets Maurice at the pool hall. They begin to talk, and Marissa informs his brother that he's been working on an apartment deal for the last 8 months. And he said the apartment deal that he's working on is 120 units. And he lets his brother know that the people that he's doing the deal with, partner wants him to do another deal, which is 150 units. So it looks like Maurice has been pretty busy lately. Maurice informed his brother that he wished him and Tasha was on the same page, like they was on the same team. And Maurice asked Maurice, he was like, what do you mean you wish you two was on the same team? Maurice said, well, after I got the information about the new deal and I signed the contract, and they began to celebrate, she was on her phone doing emails. She really wasn't celebrating with him. And he was saying that he needs Tasha to understand that when he has a win, it's a win for both of them. And he really wants them to be on the same page as far as when it comes to the business. He wants her to be happy. Marissa told Maurice he feels that him and Tasha have separate goals. And he said he feels that his wife isn't committed to the business the way she should be. Maurice told Marissa that he feels that Tasha is committed because she's taking a class, but he was like, she's not committed to the business like she's committed to her podcast. Maurice was telling Marissa that he should ask his wife if that is something that she really want to do. It's great that Marissa is getting all these deals. I feel that Tasha needs to be more in tune with Marissa when it comes to new business ventures that they're getting. Marissa was just confiding his brother that he really wished that Tasha would be more committed and they can be working better as a team. And it's good that he was able to talk to his brother about it, but I feel he needs to talk to his wife about how he's feeling. I feel the same thing that he was telling his brother, I feel it's the same thing that he needs to tell his wife. And I feel when Maurice was saying that Marissa needs to ask his wife if there's something that she really want to do, I feel like he need to ask Kimmy, is there something she really want to do when he's trying to get her to quit her job? The next scene shows Letitia. She's going to a radio interview. She's talking about her new live podcast that she has coming up. And she was just explaining what couples that she have on a podcast. And the radio host asked her about the 7-year itch. And Tasha was informing her that her and Marissa have been married for 13 years. And that 7-year itch was actually started at the 5-year mark for them. She told the radio host that it was a good thing that they had a child so early on in the marriage, because then they had no choice but to make their marriage work. Okay, Tasha, if that's what you think, I'm not going to even comment on that, because if that's what that woman think in her mind, that having children and everything is going to keep the marriage, then let her think that. Next scene goes to Martell. He's at home with all 4 children. So 3 of the kids at the table, and he's holding the little baby, and he's getting some dishes out the dishwasher or putting dishes up or something. And the way he holding that little girl, and he doing those dishes, and then one of the other little girls, she tells him that she thirsty. This mug up in their kitchen multitasking like a mug, okay? Next day, you know, Melody pull up. She pull in the garage. She get out the car. She looking real cute with her little outfit and stuff on. And it's not funny, but when Melody walked in the house, it reminded me of the old days of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. When Bruce Jenner used to be at home, when Kendall and Kylie all the time when they was little, and Kris Jenner was just out doing who knows whatever she was doing. And then when she would walk in the house all dressed up, looking nice and coming up in there, and her husband trying to explain stuff to her, and she looking at him like, whatever. That's how Melody looking at Martell. I was like, okay. He was like, wait a minute, where the food at? So he was asking her like, you didn't bring no food home? And she was like, wait a minute, you didn't cook? So they was kind of going back and forth about it. Basically, so he doesn't have to cook because he has a wife. Okay, I guess if you feel like that, yeah, you feel like that. But evidently your wife don't feel like that. You can tell Martell is tired, and you can tell Martell is very frustrated. So they kept going back and forth, but then it was like kind of going nowhere because it seemed like neither one of them was listening to each other. So then Melody tells y'all, I'm so sorry if y'all can hear them little crooked grasshopper things outside. I don't know what's going on. Maybe they mating or calling each other or something. I'm finna have a party. But if y'all can hear them, I do apologize if y'all can hear that noise in the background, because I can hear it outside by the door and they just talking to each other and it's annoying. But if it's picking up on the video, again, I do apologize. But let me get back to what I was saying. So Melody began to tell Martell about the play, and to him about her character, how I think she's like a pastor wife and her husband is like musician of music or something, has an affair and he cheats on her with another man. Martell was telling Melody that he don't think that's a good idea for her to play that character. And, you know, as far as a person who's dealing with someone who's going through infidelity. And she was like, well, you the one cheated on me. So, like, but you didn't cheat on me with a man. But he was like, but it's like you missing my point. He's telling her, like, it can bring up old thoughts. And we have moved past that. Like, that basically destroyed our marriage. It almost broke our family apart. So I do understand that aspect of it. You know, he's telling her that, I guess, while she's going through the play and reading the lines and everything, that it can bring up old memories and they're trying to move past that. So I do understand what he's saying. I just feel when it comes to Melody and Martell, she really don't listen to her husband. I feel like she's making her marriage work, but I don't know if she somewhat respect her husband. They was in the room and they was talking, and she was telling him how she got all this stuff going on. But he said the way she come off saying it is like she basically saying, I got this going on, but you don't have nothing going on. And Martell was like, but I do have things going on. I do have things going on. I don't like when you say stuff like that. And she basically told Martell that she's trying to, you know, get things going for the family while she can, you know, while all these opportunities coming to her, she want to take advantage of it. And I understand that too. I honestly feel like Melody and Martell really need to have a straight, honest, heart-to-heart talk, because it's one of those things where I feel like, let me see. I'm trying to see how I can explain it so my chat partners, you guys, can understand what I mean. I feel when it comes to Melody and Martell and Tasha and Marissa had big dreams and goals. Now that they're at the point and all these doors are opening, it's like they really want to take advantage of it. But it's like at the same time, we still have this family. And let me see. I don't feel like it's a competition when it comes to Tasha and Marissa. I just think that he wants his wife to, like, really just be his backbone and be his true supporter when it comes to their business adventures and all these new opportunities that they're getting. Yes, she want to explore and you know, do things that Tasha always wanted to do, because now the kids are older and they're getting these opportunities, which I get that. But I feel her husband wants her to still be the wife, you know, be at home, still hold the family down, make sure that family foundation is 100% on point. And then do your other things while I'm out here working, providing for the family. That's what I kind of get from Marissa. When it comes to Martell and Melody, she's so driven, and I feel like he's driven too. But I feel that he's driven to a certain extent. I feel that I don't know, for some reason, I just think if the affair hadn't came out, it wouldn't look so bad. But then again, I feel like with Martell, he's telling his wife what he wants from her and what he needs from her. And it's like she's not listening. He's basically telling her that she needs to slow down. And I don't think it's a jealousy thing. I don't think Martell is jealous of his wife for all the opportunities that she's getting, because I'm sure it's a lot of opportunities that Martell can get as well. I mean, because Martell is a very handsome man, and he's very well-spoken. He's very assured of himself, and I feel like Martell can go into a room and own the crowd. And I feel like it can be a whole lot of things as far as Martell, because he's very clean cut. He can get a whole lot of opportunities as far as modeling men's suits, just like with modeling, clothing, and I could see Martell in movies. I mean, that's just my opinion. I could see Martell playing a bad guy. I could see Martell playing a good guy. I can see Martell playing. I can see Martell playing a lot of characters, and I'm sure it's a whole lot of opportunities that can be out there for Martell if he really was more open to him, which he could be. I don't know because I don't know the man, but I feel like it could be a whole lot of opportunities that Martell could do as well. But I feel like he's trying to focus on that business that they built from the ground up, put all his heart and soul in that, do other small things. But I feel like he wants his family to be a certain way too, and I think that's something that his wife needs to understand, because it does come off as everything she's doing is for her and not as like we a couple doing it. And she said that, you know, whenever she do something, it's for both of them, but it does seem like it's more for her than him. And I can kind of see where they can kind of make somebody feel some type of way or whatever the case may be. Hey, I could be totally wrong, but just what I get from watching the show, and it's just my opinion. So please don't nobody come for me. But hey, if you do come for me, that's fine too, because that's your opinion too. Everybody got their own opinion. Just that's what I think from watching the show. Next scene, Kimmy and Millie meet, and they begin to talk about Monster, which is Maurice's son, and talking about Kiowa when she moves to the area they're living in. Kimmy tells Millie that her and Maurice had a conversation, and he was saying that when Kiowa moves here, he still wants Monster to live with them full time. He was saying that she can tell that little boy miss his mom. And she was explaining to Millie, and Millie was like, oh, okay. I think she understood where Kimmy was coming from, but Maurice don't understand where Kimmy coming from. And then Millie was telling Kimmy that she's getting ready to hire a new lady, that the lady did an interview and she did well. She's getting ready to hire her. And she was saying that they needed one more person. And she asked Kimmy, so what are you going to do after you quit your job? And Kimmy was like, well, I mean, after I quit my job, you know, I like to do nursing, but she do real estate on the side. And if she quit nursing, she'll do real estate full time. She don't want to come to Credit One. Kimmy feels that Credit One is up and running and it's running smoothly with Maurice and Millie, and she doesn't need to be a part of that. Her and Maurice need to create another business venture together on their own, and she doesn't want to have anything to do with Credit One, which I understand that. And I think too, I don't know why everybody keep asking Kimmy about why she want to quit nursing. I think what Kimmy need to do is just tell her husband, point blank, stare him right in the face, I'm not quitting nursing. Do not ask me about quitting nursing again, and we're going to move on from that. I will leave nursing, quit, retire, or take a break from it when I want to, not because you want me to. It's going to be when I want to, because I don't know if it's one of those things where it seemed like when it comes to Maurice and Kimmy, he wants her to quit nursing, but he wants her to quit nursing and do all these other things for him, as far as help him run Credit One, help him with his son, Monster. I'm like, but are you asking Kimmy, is there anything that you want her to do for herself? It's like everything that he's asking her to do is mainly for him. And then she got a son of her own. And I'm like, Kimmy was her own established woman well before she met Maurice. Let that woman continue to do nursing. Let her do that, because you can clearly see you can clearly tell that Kimmy loves the nursing. If she quit nursing, she's not going to be happy. And he shouldn't want it to feel like one of those things that being forced to do something that she don't want to do. Like, I just don't get that part. And then it's like she not raised her son, and now I got your son full time because you studying for the bar. And I'm going to support you. I'm going to have your back. You can study for the bar, but that's your son. Don't think you got him moving in, but you ain't doing your whole responsibility like you supposed to. I'm going to do it. And I raise mine. It's like, it's just a lot to it. It's just a lot to it. And he needs to be more appreciative of his wife, because it's like when she talked to him and tell him how she feel about something, it's like he's so gung-ho and so strong-minded about it's his way or no way. No, it's not your way. What we gonna do is, for this marriage to work, I'm not gonna quit nursing. So stop asking me that. Stop telling me that. We're not gonna talk about them no more. Do real estate on the side, and then once that continue to get established, then me and you can start us up a business together that both of us want to do together. And as far as Monster go, he needs to be able to stay with his mama sometimes too, because I'm not going to be available to watch him all the time when you out here after you take this bar exam and whatever new job opportunities you come, and you're going to be busy, and no, it's not going to happen. We need to go in and get this established now, and then we can move on and start talking about something else. That's just what I think. That's just my opinion. Kimmy said as a mother, she can tell that young man miss his mom, and there's nothing wrong with him staying with his mama sometime and staying with his daddy sometime. But, you know, hopefully they'll figure it out. It goes to Melody. She went to the studio to start going over reading for the play. And when she got there and the lady that wrote the play asked Melody, she said, have you read the whole play yet? Melody was like, no, I haven't read the whole play yet. And that lady kind of looked at her, but they went over the table reading. It seemed like that was fun, and it seemed like it's going to be a pretty good play. The next scene shows everyone arriving to the live podcast. So some of them are backstage, and they're talking, and Tasha was like, where is Marissa? And one of Tasha and Marissa friends, that guy friend, I don't know that man's name. He talking about, that's your husband. I mean, she know that's her husband, but I don't like when people do stuff like that. Be trying to be funny and stuff when all you had to say was, hey, I don't know, I hadn't talked to him. That's your husband. Like, you gonna say it, and then you saying it in front of everybody so people get, you know, I just don't like that. And I just don't like when a man talk to a woman like that anyway, because it seems like you trying to be funny, and we grown, and I ain't got time for that. But that's just me. Then they start the live podcast, everybody on stage, and they just have a general conversation, you know, just asking different questions. And the questions that they were asking were pretty good. Then a person asked a question through social media about if infidelity is a deal breaker. One of the guys that was on the stage for the podcast, he said something, I couldn't understand what he was saying. I really don't know what that man was talking about, to tell you the truth. But then Marissa was saying that, you know, that's something that you want to know about your wife, and, you know, the answer that he gave. And Melody and the girl Destiny was in the audience talking about that's an interesting answer. Destiny act like she didn't even really want to be there. It be making you wonder sometimes when it come to these reality shows if these people really friends or not, because they be really shaded, and they just be, how they be sitting there then being snooty and just like, just the vibe you get from some people, you just be like, you know what? Okay. So when they said, is infidelity a deal breaker, Maurice said it can be. If a person cheat purposely, like a person can make a mistake, but they can cheat purposely, then it's a deal breaker. And when they did the one up, and Kimmy said, well, as far as when it comes to her and Maurice, that when they got married, there was a discussion that they had before they got married. That's why she married him. Like, basically, like, if you cheating is a deal breaker for me. That one-on-one, Maurice was telling Kimmy that Martell and Melody got through it and she forgave him. She said, I'm not Melody. I know that's right, girl. She was like, I don't got nothing to do with what Melody and Martell do. I just know I told you, and we both had an agreement that if you cheat, it's over with. So don't be sitting up here trying to can be and all that when you know it will be if you do that. So then Melody go on her one-on-one, said Tasha's trying to be like her. She got her logo like hers. Like, she wished Tasha would get out her shadow and this and that. So the podcast was over with. Tasha and Mel began to talk, and they hugged, and Tasha thanked Melody for coming, and Melody thanked her for inviting her, and she gave her a gift. And I thought that was sweet, and the gift was a little olive branch, and she was like, I just want to extend an olive branch. So I thought that was nice. Destiny and Maurice linked up, and they began to talk, and she let him know that she had talked to his brother, and he informed her that Marissa has been very busy, and she wanted to know if he still could do her deal. And he told her, he said, if I can get like a contract and get, you know, the blueprint and everything, then I can let you know some. And she said, well, I had a blueprint for you in 2 days. And he was like, okay. So he said he gonna do it. So we gonna see how that playing out. So then next thing you know, Kimmy and Melody are talking. And over comes Miss Wanda. And straight off the bat, she let Melody know that she feels some type of way about how she did her daughter. As far as like, you had my daughter escorted out your event, but you here to her event. And she want to know why. And Kimmy was like, you so messy, Miss Wanda. You so messy. And she was telling her, well, you be on this side. And she said, and I was talking to her, and Kimmy walked away and said, you so messy. But Kimmy should have walked away because she ain't had nothing to do with the conversation. That was between Melody and Miss Wanda. And I think when she said that Miss Wanda was so messy, I don't even think she should have said that. I think she should have just ignored that woman. Because I feel like with Miss Wanda, you just got to ignore her and not pay her no mind. I know I would. I wouldn't pay her no mind. She just being a mama. She just being a mother. And if y'all let what that lady said, y'all get to y'all, there's something wrong with y'all. Because I just be looking at her. I'm like, okay, Miss Wanda, I get it. I get it. Get up under my skin and she won't bother me because it seemed like ever since the show came on and Miss Wanda been on there, she been the same way. She the same way with everybody across the board. Marissa, Kim, and Miss Wanda gonna talk junk to who and anybody she want to. And I feel like it's not so much as she talking junk. She just old school and she just said what's on her mind and what she think of a person and she just taking up for her daughter. And I'm not saying she right. I just feel like at the end of the day, people should know if she talk junk to Marissa and that's her daughter's husband, they don't think she ain't gonna talk junk to them. She don't care. That woman is set. That woman is set in her ways, and I would just be like, y'all that been around her long enough. You and Tisha. This is my whole thing. She been married to Tisha's husband brother. Melody and Tasha and Kim, all of them been friends for years, or however long they been friends before the show even started. They know exactly how Miss Wanda is. She ain't just started acting like this. I'm sure she been acting like that the whole time. And I'm sure they have seen numerous encounters of Miss Wanda showing out on folks or saying stuff. But even if they didn't see her showing out on people, they know and have seen that woman have talked and said some stuff when it comes to Tasha. So I don't even know why everybody acting like they surprised and why I get up under their skin and bother them so much. It should be one of the things you should be used to it by now. And not saying that you got to get used to somebody just running their mouth. Because I feel like at the end of the day, people need to put themselves in her shoes because they know good and well if it was their mom and she was like that, they wouldn't want nobody saying the stuff to their mama that they saying to Miss Wanda. So I just think it should be one of the things where you should just ignore Miss Wanda and just be like, oh, for real? Look at her and be like, oh, okay. All right, Miss Wanda, I got you. And just let it go. Just let it be like... It's too much other important stuff going on to be worried about Miss Wanda. That's just what I think. Melody basically told Miss Wanda, she was like, listen, she was like, I want to know why you here. Why you here? She said, well, the reason and why you got Tasha escorted out. She said, well, I wasn't invited to my event. That's why she got escorted out. I was invited to Tasha's event, so that's why I'm here. She was like, Miss Wanda, I'm not going to disrespect you. I'm going to just walk away. Because she, like Melody said in her one-on-one, one thing they said was parents was off limits. And she said she got a mama. And she was like, she not going to disrespect Miss Wanda coming at her like that. And then she said she can't guarantee if she come at her like that again that she won't say nothing to her. But she was like, I'm going to just walk away and not disrespect Miss Wanda. So I commend Melody on that. Because she probably was like, you could tell Melody was looking at Miss Wanda like... You know what? I'm not going to even take the energy to cuss you out. You got to do to people, just walk away and leave them. Just let them still be talking. You talk to yourself and keep going. The next scene is Tasha and Kimmy. They meet up and they talk about the podcast. And Kimmy tells Tasha how she think everything went well. You know, she had a great time. It was really nice. So that was a nice conversation between them. So then they started talking about Wanda. And basically Kimmy told Tasha that she had to leave the room because she going to end up cussing her mama out one day. Let me drink some water on that. Now, that to me was a little disrespectful to say to that lady face that you will have to leave the room because you're going to cuss her mama out. Why? My thing is, it's not like Miss Wanda calling you a B. You ain't nothing but a stomp down her. I can't stand you. You know, like fighting words like I'm going to kick your ass. She not saying that like that to nobody. She just defending her daughter and asking why and what team you on and this. She just asking questions and it's like the questions, it just get people so agitated. She gonna run her mouth, but it shouldn't be a thing you got to cuss the woman out. It could just be one of these things like this. Listen, Miss Wanda, I'm grown. If I want to talk to Melody, I can talk to Melody. I can talk to whoever I want to. I don't tell you who you can't talk to. You do how you do with your friends, and I'm going to do how I do with my friends. Me and Tasha cool. We good friends. I'm not talking about her behind her back. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not backstabbing her behind her back. I love Tasha. She my family. She gonna always be my family, and we gonna keep it moving. That's what she need to tell her, and just then that way that woman to know, don't come at me no more about that mess, because at the end of the day, I really don't have to have anything to do with it, because I can talk to who I want to talk to. That's what I think she should tell Miss Wanda, not I'm gonna get up cussing your mama out. I was like, wow, that was real bold and brave. I don't know how I would have felt about that if somebody told me that they would have cussed my mom out. I don't know. I don't know if I would be friends with them anymore. I'm just saying, I just know how I feel about my mama, so. I mean, because I would have a problem with somebody cursing my mom out, because that's my mama. I mean, like, seriously. So, would you want somebody to cuss your mama out? No? Okay. Tisha feels that Kimmy didn't have her back at the reunion, and Kimmy basically told Tisha that she don't know for a fact if Marissa cheated on Tisha or not. My thing is, how does Kimmy supposed to know for a fact that if your husband cheated on you or not? That's not for her to know, and it would be weird if she did know that for a fact. The only husband Kimmy need to worry about is her own, and if he gonna cheat on her or not. Why would I sit up here and worry about another woman if her husband cheating on her or not? That just don't make sense to me. Kimmy told Tisha that she's gonna take it for what it's worth, and Tisha told Kimmy, well, I hope it's worth a lot. So guys, that's the end of my chat session. Hold on. I know the name of the show. I just need to get the episode right. Love and Marriage Huntsville, season 2, episode 8. I hope you guys enjoyed this chat session. Thank you so much for watching my video. Before you guys leave, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you can receive alerts for each and every time I upload. Comment down below if you watch the show and let me know what you think. And comment down below if it's a show that you guys would like for me to watch and we can chat about. Okay, guys, I really appreciate you all. Wishing you all the best. Wishing everyone out there safety, a peace of mind, and many blessings. And always remember, you guys are great. And as always, take care, stay safe, and be blessed. Bye, guys. Bye.